as the first time I taught this, I had 2 hours, and I realized that I could have like a whole half day to go over this planner. Um, so, um, what I want to start with as far as planning your year in 2021 is what the themes in 2021 and what we kind of want to focus on in our business and in our personal life in 2021. These things are based on a little bit of astrology, a little bit of what I've learned from my business in 2020, and the things that kind of shifted in 2020 with us moving into online business, and also so many lessons in everything that's happened as a collective in 2020. Um, so these different themes are kind of centered around that. I'm not an astrologist, but I do follow other astrologers and then take what they share and apply it to business. So themes and energies in 2021. Community is a really big theme in 2021. And community looks like things like showing up to networking meetings like this and creating a community of other practitioners, of other mentors, of people that can help us in our business. It's about getting out of the mindset of I have to do it by myself and working with other people in community to grow our businesses together. It also looks like on a level with your clients is building a community around your clients. And so this could be through your marketing that you're doing. You could have some kind of online community like a Facebook group. I do mine through an Instagram page, so it can look any way you want. You can also build community through your email list. But it's looking at our audience as our community instead of looking at them as people that we're kind of like talking to and getting them really involved in our business and the things we offer and what we do and how we support the community. And then also creating that community in our personal lives as well. Grounded spirituality is really important in 2021. So that means that integrating spirituality, but also grounding it into the physical aspect and being really discerning on a spiritual level as we stay grounded and don't get ourselves pulled out into um, too much of an extreme on any end as far as spirituality goes, and integrating that into the foundation of our business as well if you are a spiritual person. Another theme is structure versus innovation. So last year in 2020, there was a lot of structure challenges, structure integrations, a lot of learning about structure, what structures worked, what structures didn't work. And then this year is a lot about innovation. It's about doing things in a new way. So having structure, but also doing things in a new way and finding that balance between that groundedness, but also that innovative, creative flow that we can find in our lives. Really focus on what vision is guiding you in 2021. What's the vision for your business? What's the vision for how you want to help people? It's a lot about working in the realm of ideas. So a lot of creativity, a lot of ideas coming through. Make journaling a priority this year, and allow yourself to flow with the ideas that come through on an intuitive level. There will be some limitation, challenge, and maturity this year. So we might face some more challenges this year in our business. We might face some more limitations. It's all about how we innovate and get through those challenges and limitations. Again, working together and combining ideas. So how can we create partnerships? How can we collaborate with each other? How can we help each other grow our business? I think in 2021, there's going to be a lot more moving towards this kind of collaborative process, working with each other's audiences and doing things like that to grow our audience instead of a outreach cold calling type of marketing. I think it will be a lot more warm marketing with collaborating with other businesses. There's also an aspect of safety versus birthing forward with the new. So it can be really easy to go back into what's safe and what's comfortable for us and what provides safety and security. But we also need to balance that with birthing forward with the new, stepping out of the box, doing new things in our business, and bringing that into our business as well. We have to be willing to let go of the past and be willing to change. The world is so different now than it was a year ago. And there's new ways of doing business. There's there's so much new things happening. And we have to be willing to let go of what used to work and be willing to flow with what works now. If we keep holding on to the past, we're really holding back ourselves and our businesses. This year, the Great Conjunction that happened on the 21st of December set the tone for the next 20 years. So I would spend some time creating a plan for your future for the next 20 years. What do you want the next 20 years to look like? Where do you see yourself in 20 years, both personal and business? Build security and strength within yourself. So find that groundedness within, find that security and strength within. Because there will be some challenges this year. So building that security and strength within ourselves will reflect in our business. If we feel unsafe, unsecure, ungrounded personally, that will also reflect in our business as well. Make sure that you regulate your energy this year. Take time to rest, take a feminine approach, break out of the masculine I always have to be doing, and just allow yourself to rest and flow with your intuition this year. Also focus on your relationship with the earth and fighting for sustainability of the planet. And follow your own intuition for the systems and structure of your business. So it's kind of the time to let go of being too attached to this person said to do this thing, or this person said to do this thing, or this will work and this won't work. But really do whatever your intuition is calling you to do as far as how you structure your business and how your business works. Do you know your business better than anyone else? And something could work for you, fantastic, that doesn't work for somebody else. So if it works for you, do it, and just follow your intuition with that. So how I like to plan my year is I like to start with the Wheel of Life. There's a lot of coaches in here that you've probably seen this exercise before. You'll notice if you work through the whole planner, I organized everything kind of related to the chakra system. I work with the chakra system a lot and the energetic systems. And so, and with the grounding and structure and the grounded spirituality being a theme this year, I think that's really important, as working through each of those levels of experience, or spiritual or physical, and having every layer balanced for the success of our business. So I always start my year, I usually start this in December, is using the Wheel of Life. And I go through each of these different sections and I do a 1 to 10 rating of my satisfaction with it with the year before, and then do some journaling on that specific section and what I want to call in for the next year. So I switch the sections up a little bit from the typical Wheel of Life. I have spiritual, mental health, and expansion. So that could be any education that you want to do for yourself or for your business. Abundance, your experience of abundance, financial, and in so many other ways as well. I figure why not focus on abundance and not just our financial situation, because there's so much more ways to find abundance. Community and connection. This could be in your business. This could be in your personal life with family and friends. Sparks joy is whatever sparks joy in your life that's not your business. So things that you do outside of your business for fun that bring joy into your life. Physical well-being is how you treat your physical body, your physical health. Your hearth and home is your home life, your environment, the space you live in, and also your work environment as well. And then calling and career. And then as you work through the planner here, you have your 2020 review. So you get to work through each of these sections for your business. I'd encourage you right now to take a minute and think about each of these sections and just give yourself that 1 to 10 rating for 2020 and start off there. We could all go ahead and do that. And then later, when you have the time to go back and go over this yourself, ask yourself in each of these sections, what worked, what didn't work, what did you love, and what are you ready to let go of before flowing into 2021. We already started, but we can still continue to let go and continue to move forward into the new year. And then notice where needs the most work. The first time I taught this, I was really surprised. A lot of people, the physical well-being needed a lot of work. And for a lot of people, their career actually felt like it was the most thriving this year. But really pay attention to how each of these sections as well affects your business. For a lot of people, they brought up their physical well-being as needing the most help. And there's also this factor of we have to take care of our physical body before we can take care of our business. How we take care of our physical body will reflect in our business. And so we asked the question, okay, how does this specific section being out of balance affect your business? And with physical well-being, that meant that maybe you didn't have the energy to take action in your business, or maybe you needed to rest more often and had that distraction from your business with your physical health. So really pay attention to each of these building blocks and how they affect your business too. Our business, just like anything else, is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So we're all healers, and focusing on our own healing is going to help us help our businesses be more successful too. What's not working in our business might reflect what's not working within us. And when we take a look at that, we can shift and adjust and do better in our businesses. I also have a section on 2020 business review. So go through each of these questions and review 2020. And again, what worked and what didn't work in your business. 2020 was a year of a lot of trial and error. I know for me, it was like almost every month, it was like, okay, what I was doing last month doesn't work anymore. And now I'm having to learn things completely differently. So what did you learn about yourself, and what did you learn about your business? Has your vision for your business changed in 2020? Is it different than what it was at the beginning of the year? Review your goals for 2020 and whether you met those goals and why you met them or why you didn't meet them. Crunch the numbers for your business as well. So go through the financials of your business. How much money did you make? How much money did you spend? How many clients did you see if you're somebody that works with clients? And how many of those were repeat clients? For people like me and Tina who do like massage or Reiki, some of our clients come in once and we never see them again. But a lot of us thrive on clients that are repeat clients. So that's really good to reflect on too. Is how many of those were repeat clients? How many clients are you able to get to rebook from a new client to a repeat client. And people who do coaching programs as well, there's always things that we have as introductory offers where they're new. How many of those turn into a coaching client, something like that? Anywhere you have numbers, crunch them. Crunch how many people attended your courses in 2020. What courses worked really well? Which ones didn't work as well? Pay attention to if you grew your audience, your email list, whatever you're on. Did you reach a bigger amount of people this year? And crunch those numbers. How did you give back in 2020? Were you able to give back in any way? Another really good question to ask is, how is diversity and equity represented in your business? This is a really big theme that we faced in 2020. And for me, it made me question and ask, how is this represented in my business? Is this represented in my business? I think that's something that's really good to review and make sure that we are keeping ourselves open to having a diverse business, even if we're not hiring people, making sure that we're open to a diverse clientele and things like that. How did you build a culture and community in 2020? Did you build a culture and community in 2020? And what worked, what didn't work? And what are you most proud of in your business in 2020? It's all really important questions to ask, and will help you figure out the ground to help you move forward in 2021 with what you want to do in your business in 2021. Thank you all for the compliments on the planner too. So then you'll dive into your 2021 intentions and goals. What do you want to create in 2021? Again, I go through this with the Wheel of Life and do every area of my life and what goals and intentions I want to create for myself in the coming year. I always find myself surprised when I do this. I did it again this year, and found myself surprised that I didn't want to focus as much on my business this year, but I really wanted to focus on more of my home life and my personal life, which is very, very new for me. Normally, my business is my baby and my number one focus. So that was really surprising to me this year. So I always go through all sections and set my intentions and goals. And then you get to work on creating your 2021 vision. So your 2021 vision is all about what you want to create within your business in 2021. You go over what products and offers do you want to create? Is there a new course you want to create? Is there something that you've been wanting to work on that you haven't jumped on yet that you want to start building and continue to build? Go over what you learned in 2020 that you want to reflect in your business in 2021. So what are the lessons that you want to apply to this year? What energy do you want to embody and radiate in your business? Being an energy focused person, this is always really important to me. Often, a lot of us being healers are helping people with their energy. We're helping people with their physical health and their energetic health, their emotional health. So what emotions, what energies do I want to embody and radiate? Because I'm going to attract people that are looking for what I have, in a sense. Often we're teaching people things that we've learned, we've chosen our business because it helped us through something. So what do you want to embody and radiate in 2021? Think about, who do you want to attract into your business in 2021? What clients do you want to attract? How many clients do you want to attract? How many new clients do you need to be seeing in 2021? And who do you want to collaborate with? So think about businesses that you want to collaborate with and network with, people that would help your community in some way and that you can help them in their community in some way. Anytime I go for a collaboration with somebody, I always go for how can I help you first, before even thinking about how they can help me. So we'll look at both and hopefully create some kind of mutual exchange of how we can help each other. Think about what you want to learn in 2021. I'm a big fan of continuing education. I'm always learning and always growing in my business. So that's always something that I set goals for every year. Set your goals for 2021 and work through how you're going to achieve those goals. The rest of this planner will help you do that as well. And then go over how do you want to feel in your business in 2021? How do you want to feel in your life? How do you want your business to support you in your personal life? And how does that feel? And how do you want to grow in your business? And also think about how you want to give back in your business in 2021. How can you use your business to help people in more ways than just how you help your clients? The rest of this planner breaks down those goals. So how you work with the rest of this planner is you'll start with the goals and intentions that you created back on the goals and intentions page. And so you'll start with those goals. You'll work with the things that you came up with in your 2021 visioning, and you'll work through those through the rest of the planner. So for example, well, in your goals, first of all, be really specific and be specific about how much money you want to make. Be specific about how many clients you want to see. Be specific about how many people are enrolled in your programs. If you're working on like just starting your business, so those goals look a little different, and it's the things that you need to do to get there before you even start seeing clients. But be really specific about those goals so that you can break them down into smaller goals. Think about at the end of 2021 what that looks like and start from there and start working your way backwards. So for example, if I am, let's say, launching a new program, which is something I've been working on or worked on at the end of 2020. I have been launching my next Reiki course. Say that was a goal of yours, to launch a course or something like that. And you start with, okay, at this time in 2021, I want to launch this course. So I always start with the quarters. What do I want to happen in quarter one? What do I want to happen in quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four? That would be January through March, and then so on and so forth. And so for me, launching a Reiki course was something I did right at the start of quarter one. So that means I'm also going to be working on that launch in the end of quarter four. So those are the things I'd take note of. Is that this is like the launch process, and that's how I'll start to break those goals down. I'd also maybe look at, if I'm working with clients one-on-one, how many clients do I want to see in the year, and then break that into quarters, so you can break that down to a monthly number and a weekly number and things like that. So then once I break it down into quarterly, then I start breaking it down into a monthly vision. I always do, I work with energy and tarot, so I'll pull a card for every month as well, from my tarot deck at the beginning of the year to help give me guidance for the year of what to focus on energetically. That's something you could do as a ritual. And then write down your goals divided up. So for example, like for me launching this Reiki course, I launched it this month in January. So if I was going back and looking at 2020, I'd be aware of, okay, I'm going to launch this class in January. And then I'd look at, okay, when do I need to start launching this class? Is it November? Is it December? Do I want to start launching it even before that? And then we'll break it down even further. But I break that down and put all those things in. I might put in different events, different classes I have happening, new service offerings, all I'd put into the monthly goals. And then break it down even further. I'd go down into a weekly, so you could use this each month. And go into, okay, each month, what goals do I need to break down? What do I need to do each week of the month? For example, a launch this could really help with that. How many weeks are you launching, and then break down each week, what do you need to do for that launch? You can also break down how many clients you need to see each week in order to meet your goals, and break down as well what kind of growth you need to see with your clients in order to get to your ideal full schedule. And then you can break it down into a daily goals as well. When I break it down into daily goals, I usually always do the what 3 things am I going to focus on today? Sometimes I have more because I need to get more done. But I try and just focus on 3 things and what are the 3 things that I need to get done. And I definitely don't break this down until the beginning of the week. Usually I set aside time at the beginning of each week to go through and do this planning each week and go through, okay, this is what I need to do today, and so on and so forth. You could also do it at the end of your week. But I would definitely set aside an hour every week to make sure you're staying on track with your goals and your planning and scheduling. A lot of people will ask me, I'm not a planner. Like this all seems really overwhelming to me to live on this like intense schedule. And I get that because I'm a healer too, and I like to have freedom in my day and not be locked down to this really strict planning. So what I say is break the mindset about what it means to do this. A lot of people struggle because when they feel like they do this, they feel like they have to do these things. And if they don't do these things, then they failed. And we all know as healers, as intuitive people, that our intuition guides us through our work a lot of the time. So I could write down that today I need to check my email list and send out this marketing email and do these things. And I could do my meditation for the day and have through my meditation some kind of guidance come through for my business that says, instead of sending out this marketing email, I need to call this person. So listen to your intuition and don't take it as I have to do this, but it's much better to have a plan so that when you don't know what to do, you have something to do and you keep yourself on track and keep yourself accountable. But just allow yourself to be flexible, and let go of the attachment of like, if I don't do it, it's not enough or something's wrong. Your intuition knows better day to day. So I encourage you to follow that. But if you don't have a plan, then often we end up scrambling or we end up not even focusing on our business. And I think it's really important to have a plan so that we stay grounded in our business and stay focused on it. So, all right, I'm going to open up for questions. I know that was a lot of material. So if anybody has a question, I'm going to stop sharing and I can see everybody's beautiful face. Any questions from anybody?
I don't have any questions, Natasha, but I just want to appreciate what you've put together here for everyone, because there's a lot of ways to look at the year coming ahead and how to break it down. And with your, yeah, very comprehensive, as Victoria said, it's with your demeanor of being so kind of calm. And yes, this is, you know, I can be this spiritual being and I can focus on my business. And I think that that's something that's just a really great example for all of us.
Yeah, it's really important to me. My spirituality comes first and everything comes second.
Yeah. But yet at the
So-
same time, you really keep this good structure about, I mean, that's why you're successful, and not only successful in business, but in doing what you want to do.
Mhm.
Right. And yeah, I just love it. I thought it was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Gabriel.
How many pages is your planner? The reason I ask this is one of the things I never mentioned to anybody is I've got a 30-year-old publishing company that I founded and run. And one of the things I do is, believe it or not, commercial planners. But that planner is really interesting. It's got it's niche marketing. And I'm just curious, how many pages is it?
I think right now it's 11 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The interesting thing about this, I'm sorry for segueing in, is because it's not a calendar related planner. In other words, 365 days in it. It's one wouldn't need to obtain it at the beginning of the year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Seems to me like it's a planner you could get anytime, right?
Right. Yeah.
Very
And all the pages I made so that people can work with the different pages, and just print out the page for themselves. Like the weekly that breaks it down day by day. I usually will print like 15 to 20 of them at a time. And then every week I just pull out a new sheet of paper and like start working on that specific sheet, which works a lot better for me than actually having a planner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing that. It's nicely done. I haven't seen the layout or anything, but the design and the concept and the fact it's for healers, you don't usually see planners are usually very generic.
Yeah.
But that has great potential, that planner.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I think discipline, what comes to my mind is discipline. You sort of have to plan on how you're going to plan. How you're going to get your act together and go, oh, I gotta. It's not that you can take lightheartedly, right? It's a serious business endeavor.
Yeah. Like I said, set aside an hour a week. Something else I'm really good about is setting aside my business hours for myself. Like, even though none of us work a 9 to 5, I set aside my business hours, whatever those are. And during those hours, I'm working, even if I don't have clients. I think that's a mistake a lot of healers make, is like, I only work when I have clients. Well, what's happening the rest of the time? And if anybody comes to me with the question of like, why don't I have clients? I'm like, well, when are you working? It just speaks to the universe when you commit that work time, that like you actually want to take clients during that time. Because if you spend that time doing other things, it says to the universe, I'm more interested in doing this thing than actually taking clients. And the universe is going to say, well, like, do you really have the time to take the clients? So sit down, do work. Even if you have no idea what you're doing, just do something and make that work time a priority. And like your schedule will naturally open up for clients to come in.